Hello everyone, my name is Dee Davis. I'm a K-12 literacy specialist here at Arkansas River Education Cooperative in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. My focus is on secondary mainly, which is grades 7 through 12. And I wanted to talk to you a few minutes today just to try to help make some connections between all the initiatives, all the things that we are being asked to do as teachers. I think we'd all agree that to achieve competence in literacy, students must be motivated to engage with literacy tasks and to improve their proficiency as readers and writers. It's not a skill that we need just for school, but one that we need also for life. Not just having the ability to read and to write only, but the ability to do so independently and proficiently. It must be efficient, effective, and we must be able to use increasingly complex text as a basis for the acquisition of new information, of new knowledge, in order to solve those everyday problems. There are many things in our districts that we are being asked to do. We face many challenges, some of them seemingly insurmountable. We're required to educate the next generation, which is an extremely diverse group of students with all ability levels from all walks of life. We are tasked with creating 21st century literate individuals who are college and or career ready. We're asked to implement many initiatives, some of them, many of them, feeling like they are very disconnected, random, and isolated. Some of those initiatives are mandated by the state. Some of them are mandated by the federal government. Some of them are simply mandated by our buildings and our districts. What you see on the screen is just a few of the initiatives that many of us are asked to do. I wanted to just make note, though, of what employers say that their top 5 needs are. They need employees who can think critically and who can solve problems. They need employees who can utilize proficiently information technology. They need people who can work as a team, who can collaborate with others, think creatively in diverse situations. We're now, we have a new teacher evaluation system. Many of us know that as TESS, the Teacher Excellence Support System. Leaders have LEADS, Leader Excellence and Development System. Bloomboard, that we must upload all of those artifacts into and that we use for our professional growth plans. We have ACT Aspire. We have the Common Core State Standards, LDC, MDC, all those ABCs. That's just to name a few of the things. This type of instruction, this type of learning, takes high levels of planning and scaffolding by teachers. If you've studied the standards like I'm sure that you have, you know that the Common Core State Standards insist that students closely read texts of increasing complexity to acquire knowledge. You know that students have to focus on gathering evidence, building knowledge, and gaining insight from what they've read. We know that students must respond both orally and in writing to those texts that they have under consideration, and that they must think about those texts carefully in order to find evidence within the text itself to support those written and oral responses. When you think about Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching, the 4 domains, and all the artifacts, especially if you're in a summative year evaluation, where do I get all of those artifacts? And I wanted to let you know that if you are using strategic instruction model content enhancement routines within your LDC modules, you should have all the documentation, all the artifacts, and more that you could ever need. Think about Domain 1, planning and preparation. If you are using the LDC process within your building, you know that you have high levels of planning that go into that process. If you are using strategic instruction model, you have to know those routines. You have to know those students. You have to be able to choose the right routines for the right students at the right time, in the right place, with the right content. So you have to know your students, know your content, know pedagogy. all of those provide you with artifacts for that. The classroom environment, when you implement content enhancement routines, you provide students with a specific routine, a specific way to talk to each other, to collaborate with each other, a way that we do things in this classroom. And so I think you have definite artifacts and evidence for Domain 2. Domain 3, instruction. Of course, obviously, when you implement content enhancement routines, you are using visual devices in the classroom. You're flexible, allowing for individual student input into those co-constructed visual devices. Domain 4, professional responsibilities. Just you watching this video or perusing the website or sitting with your colleagues in professional learning communities, sitting in this professional development today, that you are building a professional community, that you are growing and developing professionally. So you definitely have artifacts and evidence for, I think, all 4 domains of Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching. When you think about our leaders, they also have to look for artifacts and evidence for their own professional growth plan and the professional growth plan for their building. Standard 2 of the ISLIC standards says an education leader promotes the success of every student by advocating, nurturing, and sustaining a school culture and instructional program conducive to student learning and staff professional growth. Both the LDC process and the strategic instruction model content enhancement routines provide teachers and students and administrators, I'll say, with quality opportunities to participate in quality professional development by trained, certified professional developers based on quality research. And as you know, strategic instruction model is based on over 30 years of research by Kansas University. Just a couple of really drilled down points regarding LDC, Literacy Design Collaborative, and SIM, Strategic Instruction Model. Both, I believe, are tools for teaching and enhancing content through literacy, not asking all teachers to be literacy teachers, so to speak, although I believe if you read and write in your classroom, you are a literacy teacher, but providing teachers and students with tools that enhance and make personal and meaningful the content, whether it be science content, math content, social studies content, or English language arts content, but for teaching and enhancing that content and the learning of that content through literacy. LDC process engages students in reading, comprehending, analyzing, interpreting, responding to complex text, while content enhancement routines provide students with the routine, with the scaffold in order to do that. LDC process aligns assignments to standards and promotes collaboration. At the same time, content enhancement routines provide scaffolds to help those students master those skills through collaboration with teachers and with their peers. The LDC process helps teachers personalize learning so that every student can master the standard. Content enhancement routines help teachers meet the needs of a diverse population of students and promote success for all. The LDC process ensures that all students have the opportunity to be college and career ready. So as you can see, they already, from their core principles, really work well together, hand in hand. LDC being the framework, the structure for creating those lesson plans, those units of instructions, modules, so is what we call them in LDC. And SIM, the Strategic Instruction Model Content Enhancement Routines, provides those scaffolds for the daily mini tasks that are within your LDC module. Just to show you what that might look like, this is an LDC mini task, 1 day of instruction, and actually you can see the pacing on this is 35 minutes, so this teacher may have had something else that she was actually also doing within that 45-50 minute class period, but you'll see under the product and prompt that she has a frame listed. She's comparing and contrasting 2 poems. In her instructional strategy, she models and co-constructs a framing device, visual device with her students. So this is a daily lesson plan noted as an artifact in her Bloom board. So that brings up Bloomboard, where we must upload all of those artifacts easily downloaded as PDFs and uploadable into your Bloom board. Here is a student sample of writing a definite artifact that you can use. This is a pre-assessment, which is just good to have so that we know how far our students come over the year and how far we as teachers come over the year. But this is a pre-assessment that was done at the beginning of the school year, probably late August, early September. And I just want you to note the first paragraph. There is a lot of people I would love to have dinner with. It's so many things you would talk about. That person could be anyone, dead or alive. Talking to that person could be about anything. I would like to have dinner with Princeton for mindless behavior. He is famous, nice, and different. We would talk about being different. First paragraph, pre-assessment done in August, late August, early September. This is a visual device from that student throughout that was co-constructed with the teacher as she went through the content enhancement routine professional development. This was an assignment, a day of instruction, a mini task within an LDC module. This is that same student that you just saw, the pre-assessment of writing, and this is that same student in March after repeated routine instruction in content enhancement routines, specifically with using the framing routine. Just want you to make note of that first paragraph in that writing. Remember, same student as before. Nemo, an adventurous young clownfish, is taken to a dentist's office aquarium by a fisherman unexpectedly. It's up to his worry father, Marlin, to bring him back home along with a forgetful bluefish, Dory. They have to go through so much trouble just to find Nemo. 3 archetypes is Marlin, the hero, Darla, the shadow, and Dory, the outcast. Each one plays a very important role in the story. Is it perfect? No. But has there been growth? Absolutely. And I think it's very evident, very obvious, very significant. This student from March backwards to August has come a really long way. All of these are artifacts. These student samples and the teacher samples that you create beforehand are all artifacts that you can upload into your Bloom board. This is just a picture of some of my teachers that are working with LDC here in Pine Bluff, and I just wanted to show you and make note of that picture at the top right, how this is an LDC workshop and they are incorporating the use of content enhancement routines into their mini tasks within their LDC modules. Another picture just showing a group of my teachers working together, collaborating to figure out ways to teach these routines to their students and how they might be most beneficial in the different content areas, which one works best for which type of content, etc. I think it's really important that we remember that there are no extra pieces in the universe. Everyone is here because he or she has a place to fill, and every piece must fit itself into the big jigsaw puzzle. The thing is whether it's people, whether it's a program or a process, nothing should be random. Nothing should be in isolation. We should collaborate. All the pieces need to fit together so that we are working with a whole, so that we are truly enhancing our professional practice and we are truly seeking an increase of student achievement. I hope you all found some connections today. In the brief few minutes that I was able to talk to you, they're probably going to say I talked way too long, but oh well. Have a great day today. I'm so glad that you are here and wish I could see you all. Feel free to contact me with any questions that you might have. Renee can get you, or Miss Patty or Debbie can get you my email address. I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can or help you try to make further connections if I can. Thanks, you guys.